Alright, Bram.
Level 4 mobilization. Location, Fisk Tower.
Fisk?
God, I haven't played this game in so long. Oh. It's weird to be playing it again, honestly. Such a good game as well, and I can't wait for the new one next year, although it's probably going to be fucking PS5 exclusive, and that's a bastard because I only have a PS4, and I only bought the PS4 for this game.
Did you take him down yet?
No. We're at Fisk Tower, but still waiting on the warrant.
Mind if I join in on the fun?
You know how his lawyers are. This one needs to go by the book.
Come on, Yuri. I've been waiting 8 years for this.
You really want to help? Head to Times Square. Sounds like his guys are trying to keep my backup from reaching the scene.
Alright, how's this gonna sound now?
Almost there.
Are you using New Game Plus? No. I'm trying to find the best place for this mic to be. I can hear the buttons clicking.
Where are you?
But
we must run through the demonstration at least once before the grant committee arrives.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Dealing with a personal issue.
okay, I think that's the best. Well, that's good.
Better wrap this up quick and get to my real job. Looks like Yuri called in the cavalry.
Yeah, I didn't want to use New Game Plus this time because I wanted to actually go through and try and beat the game. Without like all the cheaty shit like New Game Plus gives you. This is on the hardest difficulty as well, so I thought why not.
Bring in the hammer.
Okay, if there's any issues with the sound quality, you're just gonna have to let me know in the chat because I can't stand hearing myself and voice anymore. See how well I can still play this game after so long of not playing it. Apparently terribly, because I'm already taking damage. And this game's dodge mechanic is broken. Oh fuck. Ow. Yeet.
This doesn't look good.
Hello.
Somebody just shoot him! Man, Fisk has a lot of guys on his payroll.
The combat in this game is really fluid, but it's also quite simple. It's literally just button mashing square.
Spider-Man, what's your status?
Almost done here. You?
We're about to go in.
Be there soon. Can't wait to see Willie's face when you slap the cuffs on him.
I do wish there was a few more quips in this game though, because Spider-Man is meant to be this hugely charismatic and quippy character. And he doesn't actually say much in this game, just casually. He doesn't really talk to himself much like the comic books. Like, he does sometimes, but a lot of the time when you're just swinging around, it's quite quiet.
All done. What's happening?
When you're doing story missions, it's great, because it's actually, you're progressing, and he's all talking about the missions and that, but there's no point, like, post-game, where you're swinging around and he'll just call out something random and start talking about random things. Like he's paying his bills and all that, and looking for new employment, which is quite common stuff that he would be talking about in the comic books when he was just swinging through the city.
Get more backup and lock down the airspace.
Yuri, you okay?
If he makes it out of that building, we're gonna lose him.
I'm gonna go,
Do your thing.
Yes! He's the day, Willie!
Yeah. I also want to play this a bit more as the new game is coming out next year, and I'm hoping we'll get some gameplay footage of it this year, which will be great. Although I suppose if it's late next year, then we won't. But when you have like Venom and that in this new game, and what seems to be... Yeah, I know how the focus meter works. Fuck off.
Sorry to break it to you, but you do not got this,
Yeah,
buddy.
what seems to be like Craven, I think it's going to be quite interesting.
I guess this is what they call a hostile workplace.
Okay, there he is. Sometimes I swear the easier enemies in this game are just real stupid. I cleared it. Speaking of stupid characters, fucking really. I also can't web zip yet. There we go.
Down, down, down! Gotta take those shooters out. Can't stay up there forever.
I really hope that for the next game we get a similar selection of web typings and stuff, but they're either not as strong, or we get some more varied ones that just aren't as strong. Because whilst it's fun just being able to impact web, and then like the basic webbing, even if they're close enough to a wall, it just completely destroys them.
Heading to the upper floors, hoping nobody turns on the elevator.
So having some different webbing types that are a bit more like the taser webs, like some weird and unique ones that maybe aren't as strong, or making webbing harder to come by even other than like the basic one. I don't know how you'd introduce that sort of thing.
Okay, server room it is.
Hostiles, next floor up.
That's my cue. Call for May. Better answer. Hi, Aunt May.
Because obviously webbing is half of Spider-Man's things, so...
Superhero movie.
But then I suppose if we're getting Venom, I really hope we get some, like, actual Venom playtime, like with the, is it the Ultimate game? Where you play as Venom and Peter. Like, and then you lead up to things, so you see what Venom's doing, and he gets like a destruction mode, and he goes around destroying things. And I just remember vividly, one of his mini games is to track down a little girl's balloon and then just pop it, and it makes her cry, and that's like this big thing. And like, that's one of his side missions. It's like, fucking really. That'd be funny. Just as a little callback, I will talk about as well the new Activision being bought by Microsoft, which I think is actually really great, because it means we're going to get some older games remastered on the Game Pass, and the ones like free on there, so like the old CODs that are going to be put on the Game Pass that we've, unless you have the disc, you can't even buy it, or you have to buy them again, and it's like, the player count's already down, you don't really want to commit, plus all the DLC's still expensive. So having all the COD games on there, like even Ghosts and shit, just for free, and having future ones be on there, like I haven't bought Vanguard, nor do I ever plan on buying Vanguard. But if it comes to Game Pass for free and they decide to actually fix the shitty zombies mode, you know, I might do it, but yeah. But that's also, apparently they're going to get rid of some of the PlayStation exclusive stuff, but they're not going to, so I think all the CODs in the future are going to be like early access on Xbox rather than PlayStation, which is great. Because, well, the thing is, even the stuff that was out was just a lot of shit. Like the PlayStation exclusive zombies mode, it was just a really shit mode. When I actually got my hands on playing it, it was just bad and boring. Like, I hope that Vanguard releasing lets them know that actually round-based is like the only good part of zombies. The only good non-zombies like round-based thing they've ever done has been fucking, was it Extinction? Because that was just mission-based and it led up to massive boss fights. And Extinction was actually quite good. But that was Ghosts, it was a shit game. Oh, and I just died because I'm talking about this. Well, that's great, isn't it, me? Well done. But yeah, it does mean, anyway, the point of me even bringing that up when talking about Spider-Man is that a lot of the Spider-Man games were produced and made by Activision, so it does lead to hope that we'll get like Web of Shadows, Shattered Dimensions, the future version of the game, which all have really unique and interesting stories, and like hopefully Ultimate Spider-Man, which is like one of my favourites, all either put straight onto Game Pass or remastered even onto the Xboxes and that sort of thing, as like a collection of games, like I'm hoping they'll do with CODs, like they did with the Master Chief Collection that came out where it was all of them. I hope we get the same for COD and then the Spider-Man games, because I know it's sort of their Sony and that sort of thing, but because the games are made and owned by Microsoft, I'm sure they'd be allowed to do it. If not, just add it to the Game Pass as like remasters. I think that'd be probably really interesting.
After all these years, you're still just an ignorant child.
True, but that's part of my charm, isn't it?
Yeah. Because at the moment, the only way we have to play, or I have to play Web of Shadows, is just my brother's version on the Wii, and that crashes when you do moves. So there's no point in doing that. Shattered Dimensions is really unique and quite interesting.
What have you ever done, Master?
Well, there was that time I took down a pompous
And the 2099 version, which is the... I don't know if that's Shattered Dimensions, I don't think it is. Because that's the form of 4 of them, isn't it, Shattered Dimensions? I can't remember what it's called, but it's such a unique and interesting game.
Get ready for the main event.
Well, it's what it does, and Anti-Venom being in it, and being the new big thing in the comic books, but that they had this weird thing with Peter in the future, and then just Venom and Doc Ock fusing, or Anti-Venom and Doc Ock fusion into this abomination, which is a really unique character. And yeah, finally, like I said, the Ultimate game, which is honestly one of the best Spider-Man games, bar Web of Shadows. Where you play as in the Ultimate Universe, which has its ups and downs, Spider-Man probably being the best, but because yeah, all the other Ultimates were kind of shit, but Spider-Man was somehow really good until the reboot of everything. But in the game, like I said, you play as Venom and Spider-Man, and Venom, rather than being, you know, Spider-Man's quite slick movement and that sort of thing. When you're playing as Venom, he's brutal. He doesn't walk crawl. He will climb like rip chunks out of the wall. It's great. I don't know. Should work fine. I reckon we'll get suits for them, but I hope we actually get a Venom mode.
I guess bombs are part of Willie's getaway plan.
Because they really should be, and it's not like it's like it was the Ultimate games. They've done that sort of thing before, so I could easily see the next game having a Venom mode.
Evacuate the building.
Especially if it's I'm here. Just
need a way out.
Yeah, especially if they're going for the thing with Harry being it. I could easily see it start off be that way, and then sort of change. Really? Web of Shadows I was talking about. Yeah. Yeah, with Web of Shadows, I suppose we could get a black suit and a different variety, and I think we'll definitely get that to an extent, because I reckon we'll get, yeah, Spider-Man black suit for a while, and then like in Web of Shadows when he fights Wolverine and Wolverine doesn't believe it's him, we'll get that but with Miles, where Miles is fighting Spidey and there's like a chase sequence, and we'll get that sort of thing, and they end up fighting and we have the literal Venom moves versus the Venom strike, and he nearly ends up killing Miles, but Miles manages to escape, and that's sort of a turning point. Because I think we need that sort of thing to make Venom hate Spider-Man, is when he gets rid of it. Although Venom's sort of got its own thing now going on, so we could easily just not. But then this Venom seems to be that it's going to be... I don't know whether it's going to be man-made or man-experimented on, or what it's going to be. Because it doesn't seem like it's going to be the typical story of Venom from space. I'm hoping it's still going to be an alien symbiote and we get that sort of thing. But I don't know how similar it's going to be. Fucking brutal. I would like a... I don't think we'd get it, because I think with Venom being the way he is now and not being able to do Offspring, although that was a really old comic book. How did that fucking guided rocket bullshit? Yeah, I hope we get a sort of Venom storyline like Web of Shadows, or maybe even a Carnage half, where it starts off with Venom being the main antagonist but sort of becomes Carnage, and we get Carnage USA.
How'd the bomb squad guys get through this?
But yeah.
Get him! Settle down. I've got enough for everybody.
Ow.
Okay, room is clear. Bomb squad must be somewhere ahead.
I do got to think of all the other characters that aren't Venom though, and I've still got that annoying stupid marker.
You guys all right?
We were just about to call for backup.
I think I'm it.
Lead the way.
Because we've had obviously Eddie Brock, and he should be who it is. But I can easily see them doing Harry because that seems to be what they're setting up for. Although I like that less, and I would prefer it if he became a Goblin. Although we've got Norman, so I reckon he'll still be the Goblin. Unless it's like he has it for a bit and then they think they've killed it and then it's Eddie, but then they've got to add Eddie in because he wasn't really in this game, I don't think, unless he's like the talk show host, which I don't see him being. Or they'd have to add in Eddie Brock and have a reason for him to hate Peter and Spider-Man. Oh, really? I got fucking bashed with a butt of a gun and it insta-killed me.
So you guys were in bed with Fisk all along? Oh no, I'll never get that image out of my head. So your plan didn't work. On to plan B.
Wow, I dodged all but one and it insta-killed me. Oh fuck, I'm so bad at this game, Jesus Christ. It's so easy. And I'm so shit.
So you guys were in bed with Fisk all along? Oh no, I'll never get that image out of my head. So your plan didn't work. On to plan B, getting kicked in the face.
I know we sort of got a cameo to Sandman in this game, but I'm hoping Sandman makes a return because he's such a strong character. Like, a Sandman Island-ish story would be quite interesting.
Good news is, they were Willie's last line of defense. I'm right outside his office.
Like, his power level is really ridiculously strong, and I know, like, the common way he ends up being beaten is that he turns good. So it'd be quite interesting, because I know in this you get one of the vials that's on top of Stock, is it Avengers Tower? It's just up there, and it's like, it's Sandman's fucking soul, and you're like, oh, great.
Surprised you made it this far.
I could easily see getting more of Fisk
Ends now.
and Sable and definitely Black Cat as well, considering how prevalent she was in the DLC.
You do know I can still see you, right?
Yeah, it was unfortunate with Miles as he doesn't really have a lot of his own villains. So he had the Tinkerer, who I think the only other occurrence he had is Web of Shadows, and it was an old man Tinkerer like he is in the comics. But obviously in this it's his best friend, it's one of Miles' old friends. Can I do it?
Okay, now!
Yeet. I'm gonna lose this fight a lot, aren't I?
How is this happening?
What's wrong, Willie? You seem angry.
I will destroy you!
Get your best shot.
Yeet.
That gave me an opening. You asked for it.
Yeet.
Tiresome annoyance!
Hey, it'll be over soon.
I think I'm playing this because I'm taking a break from Master Duels, which has just come out, which is going to slightly date this video, but I don't care. Master Duels is great, though it's a bit slow currently. Getting some cards just seems to be impossible. Or at least not impossible, but like you have to pull them randomly first, or at least a deck they come from. Which, when you're looking for very specific cards, isn't the best.
That's wrong with this city.
Huh. I was gonna say the same to you.
You know what to do, man. Surrounded.
I'm sort of talking over all this gameplay because I'm assuming everyone knows the beginning of this game at least. Ow. Ow. Some cards are just not in the game. There is a few in the game, or there is quite a few that are in the game. It's just that they're hidden away and you have to pull them from packs first. Which is what is really annoying me, like there's... Oh, there might be a few missing, I'm assuming, though. But I think as well, yeah, some of them are unlockable and some are, yeah, you have to get them first. Which is just, you know, great. Because part of my stupid Zark deck requires a level 7 Dragon Tuna monster. Destrudo the Lost Dragon's Soul or something stupid like that. And I just can't find it. Oh, okay, I don't know how I fucking lived that. Fuck off, fuck off.
Still haven't learned.
My bag just broke. Jesus.
Everyone engage.
I'll teach you some respect.
Stop throwing bloody rocks at me. Ow! There's most, but there are just two missing. Yeah, I'm sure they're waiting for certain things, and like I said, I think there's a few that are. But, yeah. I think some of the banned ones... I dodged that. I think some of the, yeah, completely banned ones at the moment aren't in the game, because there's no point in putting ones that you can't use in the game.
Everyone engage.
Can I hit? Jesus Christ. Oh. Well, I'm just sucking at this while I'm trying to talk, aren't I? Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, like the banned cards aren't in the game. But most common ones, especially ones that aren't even that strong, like Destrudo, which I'm pretty sure is still at 3. Like, it's strong, but it's not that strong. And it's only strong in the right deck, and I just play a stupid fucking Zark deck with it. Dodge the... Yeah? What, has just arrived? Oh, yay, fun. Fun, yay. fun, yay.
I said, you're losing, Willie.
I haven't even started trying!
Kick his ass!
Thank you, random henchman, for body blocking that massive rock. Ow, ow.
You still haven't learned.
Okay, how the fuck am I losing this poorly? It's been 5 fucking minutes.
Everyone engage! Eyes up! He's moving! Open wide!
Okay, just dodging and watching him hit his own henchman is kind of funny.
Everybody rush him!
Whee! I do love the slow swinging in this game. It's so fucking stupid. Just yee.
This is for the boss! Not walking away from that!
Oh great. Even playing really fucking carefully, I still get insta-killed. Great, well done me. Oh my god. How the fuck am I doing this poorly? Fuck off.
Hit him in the air! Let's rush him!
Okay, what the fuck? My health bar just, my focus bar just fucking vanished when that hit me. I had a full focus bar and it's gone.
No! Rush him! Get him down! He's webbing me! Let's rush him!
Ow.
Still haven't learned.
This is what I get for not playing it for a couple of months and then coming back to it on max fucking difficulty. I can't do the fucking beginning Kingpin fight. Doesn't help that 2 of them just take me down to that amount of health. I died in 2 seconds there.
Everyone engage!
Yeah, how comes him throwing a massive fucking rock at me does less than these two random thugs hitting me, like with basic fists? Harley, please stop licking, that's really fucking annoying. He's just licking his lips while next to me. Stop it! Ow, ow. Well, I got saved by a cutscene. What? Are you fucking joking? I finally clear out all the shitty one-shotting goons and get killed by my big toe touching fire! Ow, ow, ow.
You still haven't learned.
I love this game.
Everyone, engage! Keep him on the ground! He can't take us all!
I'm gonna break my fucking square button at this rate.
Charge him now! Bring him down already! You don't mess with the kingpin and live!
Fuck off. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Hey, fucking finally, that only took 10 minutes.
So, should we kiss now?
maybe later.
That took far longer than this stupid fight needed to. I'm still in the tutorial section of this fucking game. This was the first boss
Finally
fight.
off to Rikers, huh? You know, I think you've got more enemies in there than I do.
If you think this will be more than a minor inconvenience...
Well, gotta go. Hey, good luck, Willie. I have a feeling you're gonna need it.
Idiot! I'm the one who kept order in this city!
It's been 45 minutes nearly, and I'm still on this.
The Kingpin is heading to prison. End of an era. I think I should celebrate. Maybe take a vacation.
See, the weird thing is I'm playing this on a point of view, so... Oh wait, no, you guys can actually see the point of view I'm playing in. How the fuck do I change that? I was wondering why, but no, you guys can actually see my fucking chat and the same annoying POV that I'm playing in.
I'm almost there. Blocks away.
Guess I'll just do it myself.
No, don't. It's not safe. Gotta love Doc. Sometimes it gets him.
I changed that. Does that fix it? Hey, that fixed it. I've now just got an on-air thing with comments. Oh no, even that's gone away. Hey. I can just play the fucking game now. Well, great, I did the intro to the game with that thing on because I thought it was just me that could see it, only to check back on the stream and see that everyone else could see this shit too. Oh, now that that's fixed.
I'm sorry I'm late.
And at least it's PS4, so it's still the good Spider-Man. But yeah, the new PS5 version of Spider-Man just looks iffy. I'm not going to skip cutscenes. I'm going to skip the stupid mini games though.
It's fine, Parker. I invented this equipment. I think I can handle it.
Power down.
Okay, apparently the internet's just gone to shit. Well, that's great.
Maybe we should abort.
Not yet.
Hold on. Dr. Octavius, are you okay?
Another setback. But we're close.
Is anyone hurt?
No, it was all my fault.
The energy levels exceeded our expectations.
From a certain viewpoint, that's a very positive development.
It doesn't smell very positive.
I assure you, in the next phase...
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Is there somewhere else we can discuss this?
Maybe you should take the rest of the day off, Peter. But we'll talk later.
I've got to feel sorry for this game's Dr. Otto Octavius.
It's a disaster. How could the dampener have
Like,
failed?
this is probably one of the more like
Right,
sad
bad
Ottos
shape
we
of
get.
Let's see what's wrong with you.
He gets shit on constantly, and it kind of
Circuit burned
makes
out.
his
Damn it. If I had been here to do the pre-check, I would have caught this.
yeah, it kind of makes his whole villain backstory a bit better.
Got it. Okay, need to reroute servo control. Nice. Okay, what next? Now rebalance the voltage.
I'm not gonna spoil it because obviously playing the game I want
Finished.
people to watch. Most people have already seen this game, but his whole development in this game is really sad.
Let's see if that worked. Good as new.
There we go.
Doc's been testing new materials for the prosthetics. He asked me to review his work if I had time. May as well dig in now.
Alright. Where is down. Option to skip puzzles, that's what we want. The puzzles in this game are like the second most boring part of it, with the most boring being just the stealth
Doc's
sections.
testing a new contact material for the prosthetic.
Yeah.
Hydrogel polymer composite. Strong, but there's a lot of impedance. Better tell Doc to keep looking for other materials. Alright. I should get out of here before I screw things up for Doc even.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully with this Activision purchase, the Xbox game library is just gonna skyrocket with Spider-Man games. Because they wouldn't be hard to adapt, especially considering they're already on the 360. So it wouldn't be hard to put them on. Again, I know it's because Sony, but Activision does own the license to all these games. Like they do all the CODs, and because they've got Blizzard as well, they've got so much stuff.
Spider-Man, it's Yuri.
Fisk make it to Rikers yet?
Not Rikers. Our boy qualifies for the VIP treatment. He's in the raft.
Ah, joining Scorpion, Electro, and the rest. Fisk should be honored. That's a steamed company.
Can you swing by the precinct? Got an issue that could benefit from your unique skill set.
Yeah.
For you,
The
Yuri,
Miles Morales
anything.
game was pretty
I'm on my
good, and
way.
it's probably what I'll end up playing next with this. As it's quite
looks like
interesting.
Jameson's got a new episode out.
It's way more
Wonder what my
stylized.
number
I don't
one fan
like. I
thinks
think
about
the
the
only
Fisk
issue
takedown.
with it was its inventory system. it looked far too much like a PlayStation 3 and 360 game than the next generation of games. It looked really blocky and it was slightly more clunky. Like, this menu system is pretty good. Their one was just not as good. Not saying it was bad, just that it was a bit more messy and a bit more clunky. Not something that I absolutely hate, but not something I love. But then, I suppose if you've not got the web gadgets and all that, and you don't have to have that sort of menu and trying to be again more stylized like Miles, because one of the best things about that is him and his whole characterization with the people in his lives. Like, comparing him to Peter, like, he is more stylized swinging and all that, but Peter's life is very well known in the comics, whereas, you know, Miles has multiple different things and not everyone knew who he was up until Spider-Verse came out. So having a game centered around him meant that they could do a lot of changes. Like, this is a Spider-Man that's been going for years. We get this Miles who's brand new to it and we get to see a lot, but I think the biggest issue with the game was the villains, because Miles doesn't really have any villains that he's his own. Like, he has a few versions of Spidey's villains, but they're all mainly just Spider-Man villains, not Miles villains. Like, and I like the change to Tinkerer, but having Tinkerer be someone close with a self-sacrifice at the end and all this sort of stuff, it did leave a bit of an issue where it was basically the main game, but with Miles' point of view, with the main big difference being at the end, when everyone, or most of the people Miles knows, finds out his identity, but chooses to keep it a secret. And I think that's going to really make a difference going forward, where Peter's identity is kept secret to most people other than, like, MJ and Miles.
Not just a pretty
and May, I suppose, by the end of the game.
Whatever you
Spoilers.
did, any chance you could do it to the other towers?
Sure, but
I know we're going to get
so
Yuri
you know,
in the next
I
one,
had to
but
sync
with
up
Miles,
the tower to fix it.
he
I'm
has
seeing all crime
a
data in the
lot
area
of
now.
different
Looks like there's a break-in
people know
happening
who
here.
he is, and it's all the
Great.
people he
I've got
knows
units
quite
nearby.
personally,
Don't bother.
including his mum and all that. And it's quite a shame that Aaron Davis isn't around anymore to see,
Watch my back.
like, his son there, but I know that's part of his story, so we weren't going to get him. It's interesting to see where they'll go with Prowler, because he's like one of the main villains for Miles,
Pretty sure these
and
guys
he
didn't
didn't
forget
do
their keys.
too much in that. Yeah, in that game, other than help Miles with his problems and then nearly get him turned in, and then we had a Silver Sable arc where it's like, well, better help him now because the world was shit. But I like the way he was introduced as just using this app because stuff's gone wrong and he needs help, and then it's like his uncle, and his uncle really quickly figures out that it's him. Like, it doesn't take more than a couple minutes, and he's like, hey Miles, and it's like, oh, well, well Miles, your identity really didn't last too long, did it? Yeah.
Okay, wrapped up.
Thanks for that.
There
Now
we go.
I'm seeing an assault near you.
You're in luck, Yuri. Your favorite tough but lovable, grizzled, seen-too-much detective is in town.
What? No. You promised you wouldn't do that any...
Spider Cop.
Please, no.
Yeah, I want to see as well how they're going to make the skill tree progress in this game, because the whole thing is that they've learned a huge amount of skills in their own games. So are they just going to continue with new power unlocks? Are we going to get like Venom has his own skill tree and that sort of thing, or the Black Suit? It's going to be quite interesting to see where they're going to go. And I'm really hoping that, yeah, we get Kraven in it as a main character, because it sounded like him in the comics, and I could easily see a really unique Kraven the Hunter Venom combo, and I think that would work really well.
You ain't ready for this. What are we supposed to do against that?
Yeah, it's weird how the difficulty in this game just makes enemies hit harder by like 1,000,000%. Like, this is Spider-Man, he can lift tons, and it's like a single punch from a fucking thug doesn't like so much, but then a literal brick being thrown at him does so little.
Get away from her!
Come on, you can't fight us all. Watch it!
Yeet. 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 Finally.
Walk away now, or she's dead.
Oh, and it's the cutscene they'll never fix. Look at that. That great cutscene that just hasn't been fixed. And it will never be fixed, let's face it.
All clear, ma'am.
I knew Jameson was wrong about you. You're a little weird, but you got a good heart.
Have you got somewhere to go?
I can take care of myself.
I'm sure you can, but just in case, there's a place called the Feast Center.
Seen it. I don't want charity.
They got the best wheat cakes in the city, hands down.
Mom used to make those. Haven't had any in a long time. I'll check it out. Thanks, Spider Guy.
It's Spider-Man. Oh well. Should be able to spot the next tower from up there.
Right. Delivery. Right. Back. Right. And there's about 1,000,000 parcels, and I was just about to wonder why they were so heavy. And then I remembered it's got about 1,000,000 books for Rena. I know how to wall run, Jesus.
From his elevated position, Spider Cop spies his destination. A second surveillance tower.
Are you narrating yourself?
What? No! Of course not! The Chief never did understand Spider Cop. Thought he was a loose cannon.
Already regretting this.
Bet I can modify these towers to track more than just crime.
There we go. Hey look, it's all them random backpacks with webbing that still somehow hasn't
Towers are
dissolved
picking
after
up
all
all
them
kinds
years.
of RFID signals now, including one nearby. What is that? Oh wow, one of my old backpacks from high school. Forgot I attached tracking dots to these.
I'm trying to think of all the other characters we could get
Wonder how many of these are scattered around the city.
in the new game. And this is the thing, they've sort of outdone themselves with costumes
Still
in this
there?
game.
Got a robbery a few blocks away.
Like obviously there's the few black suits and all that sort of thing, but what else could we get?
Open the safe. Do it.
Hey fellas.
Ah! Spider-Man! Shoot him!
More of them? Guys, if you worked this hard at a legit job, you wouldn't need to be criminal.
You're gonna regret this, freak!
The upgrades in this game are also really useful, and that's something you quite need quite early on. And I think if the mid game doesn't start with at least the level 50 swing speed and some of the more prominent things and the focus meter, it's just gonna start off a lot slower, and that could be seen as quite a downside.
I'm gonna repair the last Chinatown tower now.
Don't you mean Spider Cop's gonna repair
The other
it?
time, on the other hand, I don't see how they're going to do it. Like, unless, yeah, we get a whole black suit tree, and like Venom as a playable character at points, and he has his own skill tree that you can unlock and master stuff, and if so, how are they going to deal with switching characters? Like, can you pick and choose to play as Miles and Peter at will, and any other ones, or like, is it going to be like you play as Peter mainly and then switch to Miles for certain missions? Because they both have a very different and unique power sets. Like, Miles is easily more akin to stealth, and has a bit more power in his punches, but isn't nearly as skilled a combatant as Peter, having done it for so many years.
People taking pictures of my 3 chest hairs.
And so, well, Peter could be seen as more agile.
Repair at the lab.
Well, Miles is quite agile. Peter is more skillful with each hit, whereas Miles is yet a bit more agile but has access to stronger hits with the Venom strikes. Oh, and I've hit a loading screen. That's not very often.
Doctor, how did it go with the committee? I'm so sorry I screwed things up.
Not at all, Peter. They're just nervous in the face of imminent triumph. They'll calm down. They always do.
Should I head back to the lab for cleanup?
No, I'm stepping out for dinner anyhow. We'll resume tomorrow. Short break, then back to creating the future.
Wish I could bottle and sell that man's optimism. Sounds like he's left the lab for the day. Good time to work on my suit in private.
I'm really hoping that with Spider-Verse being, or not Spider-Verse, No Way Home being so big, and having the multiverse and Multiverse of Madness coming out, we're getting some more unique characters. Apparently, Tom Cruise is down to go into a new version of Iron Man from a different universe, apparently, which honestly sounds really interesting.
Looks like Doc's
Because I
gone
think
for the
he
night.
was actually initially
Time to
going
sneak in
to
some
be
spider work.
Iron Man before RDJ, but I don't know how it's going to be and what version of the character he's going to play, considering how big Robert Downey Jr. is as Iron Man, and I don't think anyone now
Octavius,
can play a better one.
What you got there?
Chinese. If I know you'd be here, I would have... What are you working on?
Oh, just a side project.
Of course. It's you.
I don't know what
Oh,
you're
come on, Parker, it's obvious.
Let me explain.
I only wish you'd told me sooner.
I wanted to, but I was afraid that if word got out, my family might be in danger.
Huh. Yes. I guess if you design his equipment, you're bound to be a target too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe. Well, I'll leave you to it.
Check your email. Hope this isn't how Doc fires me.
Peter, the revelation of your second job as Spider-Man suit crafter, is that the right term? Is a reminder of the good man and partner you are. No matter how hard you work, you still find time to help others. I hope you don't mind, but I noticed the suit was a bit damaged, and I took the liberty of sketching up some of my own improvements. Attached are a few ideas I had on how you could enhance his suit and help protect Spider-Man, who does so much for this city. Looking forward to the incredible work that we're doing and changing the world together. Your partner and friend, Otto.
Yeah, this
White spider,
message
huh?
and how Otto's fall from grace is in this is just really sad.
That should do it. Same old me.
And the DLC for the post game is unlocked now. You know what I think would also be quite interesting
Spider-Man,
as a suit
I think
for
I
the...
figured out how Fisk's
Thanks.
men are keeping his rackets running. Construction sites.
Wasn't that shut down when he was arrested?
No, it's one of his legitimate businesses. Multiple investors. We can't act without cause.
But now you've got that, right?
That's why I'm hoping you can keep an eye on the locations. Tell me if you see anything suspicious.
You got it. I'll be your nosy neighborhood Spider-Man. Yuri, I'm at a Fisk construction site, and there's a lot of guys here who aren't exactly constructing.
What are they doing?
I'm gonna go find out. Huh, just got a text from Doc. Looks like he attached an idea for a Spidey gadget. Man, does he ever stop inventing? Wow, this looks like it could work.
Yeah. Some new character or some suits I could easily see them doing are, especially considering Spider-Verse, and that there are suits in this game, like this one, where they're very animated. I could easily see us getting a few suits that are based on like the Spectacular Spider-Man and Spider-Man J and things like that. If you don't know Spider-Man J, just look it up, it's fucking weird. So I've switched to my favourite suit in the fucking game. Ironically, the Amazing Spider-Man suit I think looks the best. Oh fuck. How the fuck did that work?
Late with the shipment. Ever. Boss runs a tight ship. He does not like screw-ups. We had this guy once. He decided to stop off for a drink on the way to a delivery. That was his last delivery. I'll say this for cops. They fight like grown men. Better call the fellas.
I don't like that you can't fully stealth these bases.
Here comes the pain. Let's finish him off!
More of them.
But yeah, and I sort of stopped to focus on the game. That's one of the things, when I'm not actively talking to someone, I do tend to focus more on the game. On videos like this in the whole
Let's see what I can do to cut down the supply.
But yeah, getting some more comic suits, or TV suits even, because we've got a lot of comic suits, unless they plan on doing like new character models like fucking Spider-Man and like Penny Parker and the Big Mech, which I don't see them doing because that would mean modelling two massive suits, and I don't think that would work very well. But I could easily see them doing maybe some female versions, some Spider-Gwen suits, because it wouldn't be hard to do a female model for Peter. And then, I know it would then have Peter's voice, and I think that would be the main issue, unless they got someone else to voice them. But yeah. I very much doubt that would happen, but I could easily see like the animated ones happen. But there's such a limited amount of them. Like I said, Spider-Man J and maybe the Spectacular one. I don't. Fuck off, I'm not using it, it's the final wave.
Dang, looks like
And there's nobody around. Fuck off with this shit. Oh, the other one was finishers. Well, that's not gonna happen.
Oh, hey, more guys. Welcome to the party. House rules. Leave your shoes at the door. Unless you're not wearing socks, in which case, buy some socks already.
Yeah. I was trying to think as well of what suits. Because they could do a 90s cartoon, I think that would be quite good. Spider-Man and Friends Spectacular I think would be quite unique, because it already has quite a unique set. But again, I think the big issue with this is that it's the same issue I have with all the cartoon suits in this game, like the Arachne suit that you see all a minute beforehand, and the Spider-Verse suit, is that they don't look right in the setting. Like, immersion is such a big thing in games, and it's something that I struggle with anyway, because I never feel like I'm actually in a game, especially third-person games like this. But having a Spider-Man that clashes with the background is not the best.
Anyone want to surrender? No?
Like, if you put the Arachne suit on that, if I put it on that, you'd see the weirdness, or at least to me, the weirdness where he's very bright, stands out against all the background, and it, like, he doesn't fit with the sort of game itself, and I think that's a big issue, because you want a character to fit with the game they're in. You never want a character to not look like they're part of the game. And whilst I think it's great having these unique costumes, and I'm sure to some people these are like their favourite costumes in the game. Like they love this version of the character, so they love that they're coming from the game. The same way I really like Spider-Verse. But when I actually got my hands on it, like when I first saw it, I really liked the look of the suit in the menu, and I think that in the menu they look really good. But as soon as I actually got it in the game, and I think as well with the Spider-Verse swinging, it's awful. The Spider-Verse actual swinging is just really bad in that game. And I know it's meant to look like that, but I cannot get over how odd and janky it looks. Because it looks like he's just lagging. But yeah, anyway. It doesn't mean they shouldn't have them suits, because yeah, for some people they're definitely their favourite suits in the game. But they do look clunky and a bit weird. I think if you could add like a cel-shaded ability to the city, like that was a bit more animated to fit the suit, it would look really impressive.
Actually, web down.
Like if they added a version of Ultimate Spider-Man suit where it was that sort of cartoony ultimate suit, I think it would look really good. But I'd have the same issue where I think it would clash too much, especially if you look at the Ultimate Spider-Man game. If it was that, but then if they added an actual filter to the game and made it look like the Ultimate Spider-Man game, I think the game itself would be amazing to try and play through in that setting. But then I think all the other characters would end up clashing, so you'd have to have a comic book version of them and an animated version of each character. It'd be a hell of a lot of effort for something that most people don't care about, where they're just happy the suit's in the game, they just wouldn't ever use it for like the game. Like, just, that's cool in the menu, but I'm not gonna actually use it. This is another one of my favourite suits though, the Scarlet Spider. I think making them look realistic is what really makes them best. Or, well, not realistic, but like to the game setting of animation. And I think it's why the film ones work, because when put in the game, they look like they should fit the game. Like, that's why I think this suit works so amazingly. Because it does actually look like it fits the game, and I think the same of this suit. Ah, yes, my favorite suit. It doesn't look as good, but it does look really good. But again, it looks exactly how it looks in the film, which I think is what everyone wanted.
Oh, sure thing.
And I think again, it looks a lot better when you're zoomed out, when you pick up all the speed with swinging.
Okay, got some time to kill. Let's see what's happening out in the city.
Because I think when it's close in, it doesn't look as good, and I think the same can be said for all the suits. But going from this sort of thing where the shading works well and he blends in with the city like he should do, like he's still clearly visible because he's red and blue, but he's not like glowing like the animated suits. And he doesn't like, it doesn't look like he's been superimposed into the city, and I think, yeah, that's where my big issue with it comes from. But that's just me personally, and I know a lot of people like these suits. So, and like I said, they're cool, I just don't like using them in game. I'm sure to some people they'd love to use them in the game. But with these, I would like to see, especially as Venom's in the next one, and hopefully Carnage will be too, is getting the black suit, but also a Spider Venom, and the same with maybe a Spider Carnage suit, like from the 90s TV show. Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Muggins. If this is about the rent...
Mr. Parker, this call serves as your third and final warning. Eviction proceedings...
Wait! I get paid at the end of the week! I get... Ugh.
Eviction proceedings will start Friday unless full payment is received by close of business. Good day.
Yeah, good day.
Witness called in.
Hi, Mr. Lee.
Hey, Peter. We're all set for the party whenever you're ready.
Cool. I'm on my way.
Yeah. And I would quite like to see as well, if we get, as I know with this game, we get all these unique characters, and I think they work well, and I think if we're getting Green Goblin and that sort of thing, like, I'm pretty sure we will do, it's going to be really interesting. But I hope, like I said, if we get to play as Venom, that we get some alternate versions of him, like we get an Agent Venom, we get a cartoon Venom, we get Spectacular, we get all these different versions of Venom. Again, it's going to have some of the same issues where it's like, oh, it doesn't quite look right. But again, just having them there would be interesting. Again, I think the version of it that fits the game is probably what's going to be the best. I'm just really hoping we get a Shadow... oh, what's it called? Shit, I forgot the name of the fucking game that I've mentioned like 4 times already. Web of Shadows. We should get one of them because I think it would fit okay. But I'd also like to see a shitty Topher Grace Spider-Man free version that just looks like trash. Like being the weird, buff, flamboyant Venom that's also somehow skinny. I think that would be funny. And yeah, hopefully as well is that Venom also has access to Carnage suits post-game, so that you can play as Carnage as well, or you even just get to play as Carnage, although that's a lot less likely than just playing as Venom, because Venom can be seen as an anti-hero sometimes. Whereas Carnage is most definitely a villain, like 100% of the time, except for that one time where, was it MJ was Queen Venom or Queen Carnage or something like that?
Hey, Martin, so sorry I'm late.
You were right on time. Just keep her distracted while we get everything ready.
You got it. Hey, there's my favorite aunt.
Peter, what a nice surprise.
Need some help?
Yeah, sure. Oh, there are some heavy boxes.
No. I mean, not yet. I mean, I came to, I just wanted to talk.
Okay. Peter, are you in trouble? Do you need money?
No, I mean, I'm a little behind on my rent, but no, I'm fine.
Girl problems again, huh?
What? No, that's crazy.
I still wish you and MJ could work things out. She's a great girl.
She is.
The two of you would make some beautiful baby. Peter. What is it? Come on. You can tell me.
These past few years, you helping me through college and working here, sacrificing so much and asking for nothing. I just wish there were more people like you in the world.
He's right. 5 years ago, you walked in here and told me you were inspired by my mission to help others. Now it's you who inspires me. Thank you, mate, for everything. Here's to many more years of service.
Thanks again for setting all this up.
Oh, I just wish I could do more.
Well, May's always told me if you help someone,
you help everyone. Maybe we should send May to City Hall to have a word with the mayor.
Oh, I gotta run. Thanks again for the party and everything. It really means a lot. Voicemail from Yuri. Should check it outside.
Sorry, I've just got some Yu-Gi-Oh! Maximum Gold Eldorado packs, so I'm just opening them now. Hey, and it's not shit this time. Dreadnought, Exco Talker, cool, nice. Prank Kids, Gold Scrap Chimera, Eldridge of Black Awakening. Super Express Bullet Train, Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon, Fire Charmer, the Link one, Prank Kids, 6 Sam, Invoked Mechaba. Holy shit! Gold Pot of Extravagance, Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure that's like really hard to find and worth a good chunk of money. The Terrible Tired Tapir, Weather Painter Thunder, Ultighost Multivaker, Ultimaya to Zolking, Jesus Christ, okay. Elixir of White Destiny, Solely to Overraptor, Magical Dimensions. I've got a Tzolk'in, Jesus. Okay, I've got to figure out how I would summon that in my stupid deck. Stupid decks, they're funny because they're meh. Right, come on. Last pack. Sorry. Giant Rex, Numeron Gate Divider, Cyphreme Lord Omega, Eldritch the Mad Gold Lord, Cerberus Gadget, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon in gold, Trishula Dragon of the Ice Barrier in gold. So, Brian, what one do you want? I wonder. Right, now I can get back to playing the game. I am very happy with that. That's very good. I'll have to look up how much Pot of Extravagance costs. And I'm assuming this massive box is filled with books. Thanks, Rena. Just paid 80 quid. Right, I might actually just end it there for today, so this last couple of minutes has just been pointless. Well, at least for part one, because this is over like an hour long, and I don't even know if it's recording properly, so I'm just going to stop it. See you later. I'll see you in a bit even.